Trump heads home today after a busy 4 days in Scotland. Trade and two overseas wars have been top of mind for the president, securing a new deal with the European Union and also promising more aid for Gaza. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey has more from the White House. Tom, good morning to you. The president's focus now turns to that Friday tariff deadline. I know it's only Tuesday and a lot can change in a week, but it seems like the White House is holding firm to that.
That's right. Time is ticking this morning, Markie. Good morning from the White House. Look, it's already been an eventful morning for President Donald Trump as he officially opened his family's new golf course in Scotland. But like you said, this visit to Scotland is winding down as that tariff deadline is moving closer this morning. Trade has been one of the very top issues on the mind of the president during this trip overseas, with President Trump celebrating deals with both the United Kingdom and the European Union. That EU deal involves a 15% tariff put on European exports to the United States, and Europe investing over $1 trillion in U.S. energy and other investments. But many deals still need to be made. This Friday, August 1st, serves as the deadline for countries across the world to reach deals with the United States or face a big spike in tariff rates. President Trump shared what could lie ahead as time ticks for agreements.
We're going to be setting a tariff for essentially the rest of the world. And that's what they're going to pay if they want to do business in the United States. Because you can't sit down and make 200 deals. But we've made the big ones. I would say it'll be somewhere in the 15 to 20% range.
Today in Sweden, the trade negotiations between the United States and China will continue after kicking off on Monday. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, you can see him in that video right there. He has a team overseas, and they'll continue talks with a Chinese delegation team after agreeing to a framework earlier this year, Markie.
And Tom, in addition to trade, the president has also spent a lot of time there addressing the wars in Ukraine and also Gaza, including a new message for Vladimir Putin.
That's right. That frustration seems to be growing even more with President Donald Trump, and he voiced disappointment with Russian leader Vladimir Putin, giving him around a week and a half to find a ceasefire with Ukraine. So again, that was a very big announcement that came down from this trip. That frustration growing, more reports coming in of Russian attacks in Ukraine. But during this trip overseas, President Trump, like I said, voiced lots of frustration with the war in Europe dragging on. If no ceasefire deal comes soon, any country buying Russian oil or energy could face 100% tariffs. On the war in Gaza, President Trump saying the U.S. and other countries plan to open food centers as the UN World Food Program estimates around 500,000 people deal with famine-like conditions. Israel also said it plans to work even more alongside the United States and Europe to make sure that humanitarian aid gets to the people who need it. Markie?
Tom Dempsey live from the White House. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.